Hey, hey. Hey, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey, Marianne. Hey, Melinda. Hey, Terry, MT, Mike and Terry. How are y'all? Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Am I loud and clear? Am I too loud and clear? Testing, testing. Aw, Marianne, I appreciate you very much. Awesome. Good deal. We are good to go. How is everybody tonight? I'm in the hot tub because, well, to be frank, right, MT Homestead, here's the story on that too. So like 2 days ago, I finally decided I was going to fix my hot tub. I've had a hole in my hot tub and I didn't know where it was, and I tried to fix it a couple of times and I couldn't find it, and I knew it was going to be a really complicated process. Hey, Happy Hunter, thank you for coming in here. How are you to eat this evening? So I knew it was going to be a complicated process, and so I definitely put it off. And then I was just like, oh, I'm going to run out of hot tub season soon. So I was cleaning up the backyard, redoing stuff, turned this sucker over, was washing the dirt off the bottom of it, and I immediately could see the bubbles. And so I found the hole. I put some Flex Seal on it, wader seal for all you fishermen out there, and got this sucker back up. So I had to get in it. I was like, we're going to do a live from the hot tub tonight. It's just now warm enough. It's 95 degrees right now in here. And it is not that warm outside, but it feels good. And then yesterday, all of those hailstorms came through and tornadoes. There was loss of life in Oklahoma. And if you were affected or know anybody who is affected, I'm sorry. Hey, Big John's Life, how are you? It is nice and warm. It's very nice. Hey, Willis, how are you? Yeah, so, thank you, Camping Cage Free. Appreciate you. Yeah, so we had some crazy storms come through, and I hadn't even gotten in the hot tub yet. And I don't know if y'all have seen it, but I put out a short of the hail, one of the 5 hailstorms that came through, and golf ball size hail. And I thought, this sucker's going to get punctured before I get back in it again. I can't stay away from water, man. I just can't stay no matter what I'm doing. I like the water. It's what happens, I guess, when you grow up. I was a swimmer growing up, so MT Homestead they are pretty much the best. The best. Hey, Roadhog, how are you? And you know what? I'm telling you guys, if you haven't got any one of these things, you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on a hot tub. This is one of the best investments. Seriously. I've had it for a while now. It doesn't cost very much to maintain or how, plugged in. And it does have the jets. It's the best investment. I've definitely gotten my monies out of it. My parents were fish, I think. Yeah, my family used to call me a fish when I was a kid. Saw one somewhere around there, was baseball size. Yeah, Melinda, it got very big. There were 15 tornadoes, I believe, that touched down last night, and then the hail just ranged from this big to massive. Cold beer. There are no bubbles. What bubbles are you talking about, man? But yeah, if there's bubbles in here, I guess that would, because I don't have the bubbles going on. How are you, cold beer? Here in a little bit.
Please. I only have 5 minutes left.
What's going on, guys? Hope everyone is doing well tonight. What up, River Rat? Yeah, I'm a river rat too. I don't live on the river, but I do hang out there. What up, John Wiggs? How are ya? I think, okay, hang on. My thing's switched. I want to make sure I'm getting everybody's chats. Yeah. I think I was missing some. Anyway. Yep, cold beer. Everybody say hello to cold beer. If you were just like, room temp beer, nobody would be as excited to see you cold beer. But since you're cold beer, who doesn't like to see a cold beer? You know? I'm glad you're doing okay, Roadhog. I'm doing okay too, I think, I'm still here. I've decided I need y'all's help. What are some sayings that you can say, like, when people, like, are asking how you doing? Ice cold. There you go, cold beer. Like, when you're at work and you give those smart remarks that insinuate, like when someone's like, how are you? And you're like, living the dream, What are some other older phrases that insinuate the same meaning? Don't block me, empty homestead. Hey, Heather. How are you, Heather? There you go. Never felt better and had less. There you go. I like that one. I'm going to start using some of these older terms. So when people ask me how I'm doing, I'll say something other than living the dream or being awesome. My uncle called me minnow fish because he couldn't say Melinda. That's hilarious, Melinda. Minnow fish. Y'all, my minnow is pretty big. For those of you who don't know, I kept one of my bait fish and he turned into my adventure fish. Haha, fine as a frog hair split 4 ways. Can't stay on my way fishing. See you next time later, everyone. Good night. Good night, River Rat. Thank you for popping in here. I hope you get you a big one. Get you a big one. I'm faking it till I make it right now. Used to get asked, are you up for all day? Huh? Wait. I don't know. Anyway, my minnow, guys, I got a minnow. He turned into my adventure fish. Like, think about it. How many people can say that the fish that they have in their fish tank have gone kayaking with them? I can say that. My fish has gone kayaking with me. And possibly been, like we kind of played roulette. I guess fish play roulette regularly, but we played roulette. And then I kept him. And that thing is big now. Like, he's big. I don't know what. Big. And then what up, Lindsay? Hey, girl. How are you? You guys, this just total swerve in the thought pattern. Meetup is in a month. And that's my birthday weekend. Whoop, whoop. The meetup is in a month. Less than a month. What is today? The 20th. So, and then 1 month from right now, the meetup will be happening. It's going to be awesome. What's the water temp? Ha ha, John Wiggs. Good one. Technically, my body temperature is warmer than the water is right now. So, based on science. The meetup we're having a Mid-America YouTube meetup at Lake Tenkiller. And it is May 19th through the 21st. And lots of YouTube channels coming out there. We're having a fishing contest, the Ugly Fish fishing contest. that I'm a co-host in, but I got to give all the credit to JB Conway and Critter Creek for their planning and their organization and all of everything that they've done to get the contest up and running and going and managing it. Yes, it is Big John's Life. It's in northeastern Oklahoma, and it is one of the most beautiful lakes we have in the state. We have a lot of beautiful lakes, though. Like most of them are beautiful, but I might be biased a little bit biased because I love it here. But don't move here. We have tornadoes and stuff. Just kidding. Still talking to my family into the meter. Hopefully we can. I hope you can too. Sign me up. I'm in Northeast Texas. Well, come on, Big John's Life. Come on. Mid-America YouTube meetup. It is being put on by MT Homestead. So if you look at my community tab, and actually, if somebody could, if one of my moderators could put some information in there. Lindsay. Oh, Arkansas is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's tempting. It's very tempting. I would be in the woods all the time, just wandering intentionally. All the time. It's very tempting. I think Arkansas is one of the more beautiful states too. Like, so many places down here are underrated, and nobody knows. And that's okay. Keep it to ourselves. Yeah, like Oklahoma, gorgeous. Arkansas, stunning. Texas, Just kidding. Texas has some pretty parts, but Texas is like its own whole country. Like, it's got its own thing happening. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know what I'm saying. But yeah, I just posted my video of some huge fish I caught. Melinda Dobson, what up? My new personal best. And it was out there at Lake Tenkiller where we're going to be. And I'm so excited because that weekend, like right now, fishing is good. Bass fishermen are out. You got to stop telling people. Are you talking to me, Drew, or are you talking to Lindsay? That you got to stop telling people. Oh, we all got to stop telling people that it's underrated. Yeah, that's right. That's right. 15 pounds. Had a girlfriend from Arkansas, had to put rocks in. That's crazy, Kim. That's funny. MT Homestead sent me. Yep, Drewslands. If anybody can put some information in for the meetup, though, in the chat, one of my mods, that would be super, super awesome. The cat was 15 pounds. Oh, the biggest cat I caught. No, the first cat I caught, Happy Hunter, and I guess I wasn't clear on that one. That first cat was 19.1 pounds. And then the biggest one I caught was 22 pounds. We came out of there with 12 fish that day. It was so insane. I didn't have enough time to get to monitor the camera, or my kids filmed pretty much the whole video except the snippets of where I was cutting in and telling y'all kind of what was going on, but I couldn't even get out coherent words because I was just in such a shock. The first fish I pull up, it was my first personal best, and then I caught my second personal best. After that, it was a nutty. I'm tender-footed as I age, no rocks in my shoes. That's funny, Lindsay. Yeah, I can't. I used to run around barefoot, but we have grass here. I mean, I know Arkansas has grass too, but it's very rocky. You have grass growing on mountains. We have grass growing on clay. That's right, Melinda. You do. Like I said, it's its a whole country. I have family that's in West Texas, and it's a whole different vibe than South Texas, which I have family down in South Texas, which is way different. I have family in the middle of Texas, Dallas, and then I work there. But yeah, it's all way different. I used to run barefoot down dirt roads. That's wild. But when you're a kid, you can do stuff like that. John Wiggs, here's the thing. So that boat that I was on in the video is my cousin's boat, and I grew up fishing with him on his boat. And the thing about boats that get me, hey, little wolf, thank you for popping in here. Woo, mayfly. The thing about boats is that motor problems are expensive. You know what I'm saying? And so I want a boat. I've wanted a boat for a long time, but motor problems, man. So I just go with him on his boat. And then I take my kayak. But yeah, the reality is that the fish I caught in the last video, I don't know how I am gonna get a fish that big in my kayak by myself. Like, I have no clue. What up, the chicken? Thanks for being in here. How are you, man? Hey. Yeah, we all used to run barefoot, right? What up, Lori? Happy Thursday Eve. How are you? Yeah, so your boats have motor problems, and if I was a mechanic, maybe I'd be more apt to, but I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Good. I'm glad you're decent. I'm decent, especially chilling in here. Finally back, like, I haven't had my hot tub up in a while, and I don't know why. I don't know why it took me so long. Exactly. I thought, how would you pull that sucker into a kayak? John, that was like, that thing was like half my height, half my height. I mean, I literally would have had to row that sucker to shore. That's what would have happened. I have no clue, like, how people pull up 20-pound fish onto their kayaks. That's my first. And I've been, like, worried about that, but it's never happened yet. That was the first time that I've caught a fish that big, period. So, and I wasn't doing anything different. I was just in a different body of water. Do you have your jugs in the... Ha ha ha. No, there's hooks on those. There ain't no fish in here. I did think about using this as a bait tank, but I can't have chlorine in here. People have issues with motors when they put cheap gas in the tank and they don't winterize them correctly, or if they hit a stump in the water. Yeah, and I want one of those aluminum boats. So in case I do hit a stump, but when you mess up your prop or something like that, man, and if you aren't a mechanic or don't know one, or you don't have the money to fix stuff like that on the fly, your happy day can be a really sad day real quick. And I don't want sad days. Like, I've seen my cousin go through plenty of angers. Yeah, happy Hunter. I mean, one of these days, I'll get a boat. For sure. It'll happen. But I'm just not in a rush to do it yet, because, I have other things I want to get first. I'm good with the kayak right now, but I might need a bigger kayak, like one that a dog could, like, ride on with me. A, because I might get another dog, and B, because if I pull up fish that big, I need to have a kayak that I can stand up on. So I will be looking into that. Hey, Quill Lake. Girl, these hot tubs, I'm telling you, if y'all don't have one and you want a hot tub, you like stuff like this. I think I paid $3.99 for this on Amazon. You're right, Melinda. A john boat would be good because I can row a john boat. I want to make a canoe and a boat. That would be awesome. Hey, John, Sooner JH Travels. I appreciate you for stopping in and saying hi. I hope you're having a good evening. Yeah, Happy Hunter, if you made a canoe and a john boat, that would be awesome. Or in a boat, just any kind of boat. Not necessarily a canoe. But any of those would be awesome, you know? Yeah. I will eventually get a boat, but I have other plans. Like I have some things I want first that involve. It's better to just not have a boat yet. I'll just put it that way. I'm getting there. Ooh, it's happening in stages. Accomplish those goals, right? I want to go kayak someday soon. Hope to go fishing again. Heather, that's awesome. There's places, y'all should look around if you don't have a kayak, and you don't want the commitment of a kayak, but you want to go. There's all kinds of outskirts that you can rent for the day, for an hour, all over the place. And it's worth it for sure. Still looking like a little daylight left there. Just a smidge. It's getting to, it's dusk. The sun is set. So the light is about to all be coming from my computer. It's happening. But yeah, you can rent kayaks for pretty cheap and go enjoy the day with your family or whatever you want to do like that. And I know there's places I've gone to other states and seen, in Kentucky, there was a place, when I went to Kentucky, I did, a cave kayak tour it's called the Underground Gorge, the Red River Gorge. I saw some 10 feet, 10 inch. I can't see good. Okay. I saw 10-foot kayaks on Marketplace for $750 and they were really nice. I have to check it out. To me, now that I've kind of figured out what I'm doing with my kayak, aside from just flat water paddling, I think that I need to get one that I can stand up in. It's already dark here in North Carolina. It's 9:23. I believe it. I believe it. Is it weird to see light here while it's dark there and this is live? Is that weird? Hey, Sam. How are ya? Thank you for being in here this evening. I appreciate all y'all for chilling with me on this wonderful Friday Eve. Happy Hunter. I know, right? It's weird, huh? It's always weird to me when I watch people in other time zones. I forget time zones are a thing. I understand the whole country thing, but time zones are just huh. Yeah, John Wiggs, but they make little kayak trailers, and I've seen people the guys that do the bass fishing tournaments. They have pretty decent sized kayaks that they can stand up in, and they do have little trailers. But I have a truck now. I can pull a trailer. Well, I could have done that in my SUV too, but Coy Lake, it's very weird, dark in Tennessee too. Yeah, it is. I'm sure it is weird. It's about to be dark here. Don't worry. And then it'll be less weird. But yeah, it does. The closer we get to summertime, the later it is. And I guess that's the same in every time zone. But yeah, watching other people, it's weird. It is weird. It is weird. Working in a different time zone would be weird too. Because technically I am working in a different time zone. I'm just later for y'all than it is for me. And so I try to do it as somewhat early because I know that this is pretty late for people on the East Coast. But I have to do it also at a time that it's not too early for me because I got a bunch of stuff I got to do all the time. And there are mayflies everywhere, y'all, and it is not May yet. And I'm not okay with it. I wonder if that means June bugs are going to arrive early. Are you going to get a fishing kayak with a live well? Do they have those? They have fishing kayaks with a live well on them? I didn't know all that. That's a big old fishing kayak. I'm going to have to look into that. They have those? Made me get up and look, still barely light here, Melinda. Well, you know what's weird, Melinda, to me is that sometimes, like when I'm going to work in Texas, like I'm not far. I'm about 3.5 hours away from right outside of Dallas where I work. And that was a mayfly. I'm not doing weird stuff to my face. And on the way down, like once I get on I-35, I can see clouds that look like they're in Oklahoma, but they're in Texas. And that is wild to me. Do y'all ever experience that while traveling? That's weird. Do you watch the channel Jay and Nicole? They have a pretty sweet kayak set up with trolling motor. No, I don't, but I do watch another girl. I do watch a girl who has an awesome kayak with a trolling motor, and she needed it because she was getting chased by an alligator while she was fishing one day. What? You already have June bugs in Missouri? Why? Hey, Beth. How you doing? Little Ridge Farm, how are you? Dude, yes. Relaxing and worth it. This is the 4-person hot tub. It's just me who gets in here, but it's a 4-person hot tub and it is worth every penny. What up, VJTK? Oi, Hot Tub Thursday. Yes. Just chillaxing. Relax time. Worth every... the only thing I wish... This is going to tell you a little bit something about me. The only thing I wish is that you could put, like, smell good stuff in it, you know? Not chlorine, like, you know, bath salts or, like, you know, essential oil. Do they make a hot tub smell good stuff? If y'all know about that, I need to know about it because I need that in my life. If not, can someone help me come up with that invention? Lavender oil, yeah. See? Guys, worth it. Check it out. Amazon. Inflatable. It's seriously the easiest thing. If I can do it, you could do it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the easiest thing. You need bubble bath. I know, Melinda Dobson, if I put bubble bath in this thing, my whole yard is going to be bubbles. They're just going to be everywhere. Everywhere. I actually saw, somebody pulled a prank one time out here along the street I live on. And yeah, this is big enough for you, Little Ridge Farm. It's big enough for everybody. It's like a whole, I'm still not touching it. Like I still got like a foot to go. You can't tell though because camera angles, but. Ooh, that's a good idea, Lori. That's a good idea. What up, Grilling Addiction with Nick? Cooking dinner and listening. What are you cooking tonight? Man, if you guys haven't checked out, I'm sure all y'all have checked out his channel, but yeah, Little Ridge Farm, it'll totally, as long as you can bend your legs, I don't see why it wouldn't work, you know? But yes, this thing is one of the best investments. I totally, Happy Hunter. Thank you. I will. I will. If you guys want a hot tub, but you don't want to spend $1,000 on one or whatever all that, mess is, this is it. PSV Odyssey, what's up? How are you? Thank you for coming in here. I hope everybody is having a good evening. Everybody. All y'all. But I was going to say earlier about the at the meetup, we're having the fishing contest. And I know right now, like, bass hunters are going crazy. Bass hunters, bass fishermen. But spawn for catfish is like right during that time. So the fishing at Tenkiller is going to be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Crazy insane. Everybody saying hello to each other. Yeah. So we used to have a hot tub. Not sure if we still have it. Man, they're the best. Definitely one of the better things. Like, I love it because if I want to, I could take this down and pack it up and take it with me somewhere. You can use any fragrance in the hot tub that isn't oil-based. Okay. I'm gonna have to look into that. Can I put a hot tub in my living room? They won't let me have it outside. Yeah, Melinda, I've seen people put these have, like, they have these things in a sunroom or something in their house. You can totally do that. You can totally do that. I look awfully familiar. Hey, Charles. How are you, Fallen Arkansas veterans? Howdy, howdy. Yeah, so you can definitely put one of these things in your living room. And I've decided that my next house is going to have a hot tub in the bedroom. You know, like those fancy hotel suites you go to that have hot tubs in the room. That's how my master bedroom's going to be in my next home. And then the toilet and all that stuff can have its own space, but the hot tub and the bed, same room. You look like a girl I used to know, but she had dark hair. I know that was a thing. That's, it could have been. How does the water get hot? This thing that heats it up. There's science involved. It's real, there are specially formulated hot tub products like crystals, liquids, and beads that will not upset the quality of the. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to have to get these. I want a eucalyptus smelling hot tub. I did have dark hair, okay? And then it started to go gray. All right, guys. So I just rolled with it and beat it to the punch. Do you have more time now? Oh. You mean, Barb. That's who you talking about. Oh. She might come out, everyone. Maybe. I don't know why you would think that. I don't know what makes you think that I remind you of her. What is it? What is it specifically that gives it away? I do something on my phone. Okay, they must be sisters. Does Barb have a snorkel for the hot tub? Maybe. The water's clear. You don't need to snorkel. Wait, hang on here. Are y'all trying to tell me something? Who are you talking about? Now I'm confused. Wait, do you not know, PSV? Do you not know? Oh my gosh, I think a mosquito just came out of nowhere. I think it just happened. I think that there's mosquitoes now. It's too early for mosquitoes, but I guess if there's tornadoes, then there's mosquitoes. Do you not know, PSV? Barb has dark hair. That's true. I rarely know. Barb does have dark hair. I forgot Barb had dark hair. See, in person, Barb's hair is like real bright green. Like a plant, like moss. But in the lighting, when the lighting is not so gravy, it's pretty dark. It looks like a darker moss. Like it's had less time to photosynthesize, you know what I'm saying? No, we have mosquitoes already. I know, that's what it felt like. Something bit me back here. But I don't know. I hadn't seen one. And I've spent a lot of time outside lately. It could have been something else. So y'all are sisters? Oh, no, we're not sisters. We're not related. She was my art mentor. Barb working on noodling catfish for the contest. Barb is just working on being outside in public for the contest. Just existing in with the general population, with Gen Pop, and by Gen Pop I don't mean in the penitentiary. I mean Gen Pop like us. That's what I call the general population. So if you guys ever hear me say the Gen Pop, I'm talking about us. Hey Karen, how are you? Is it still snowing up there? Because last I saw it was still snowing up there, and I just thought, you got bit last night? Mosquitoes are, oh man. Too bad. It's too bad. I need to get tiki torches and put them up and spray my yard probably. I don't know. I never know what the solution is. LOL, the snow is done. My goodness, I just thought, holy cow. It's April and it's still snowing up there? What? 24 degrees Fahrenheit? Mosquitoes in that cold of weather? Really? That's a thing? I really don't know. I'm asking legit. Like, that notion that freezes will kill him is BS. Holy cow. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, you guys. You know, there's totally a mosquito right there. And I got it. I think. Yeah, crazy seeing a grasshopper yesterday. Yep, in North Carolina it is. Wow. Snow melted and hopefully is done. Good. Hey, let's trade paint. How are ya? Yeah, I've been seeing bugs and stuff. But mosquitoes, man. I hope it's done snowing, but you never know up here. I'm so done with it, girl. Yeah, it takes, y'all are cut from a different cloth. I know I've already told y'all that. I told you that before, but it's true. It's true. Hey, Danimal. What's up? Yeah, I hope that anybody, Beth mentioned storms, and after last night, man, if y'all have storms headed your way, take them seriously. I watched tornadoes bounce around for hours. This sucker did a circle. Okay. It was crazy. And those storms are just moving across, you know, that area of energy is just moving across. And y'all, please be safe. Please be safe. Wow, Happy Hunter. Isn't that amazing? Isn't nature like crazy cool? That's fascinating. Out fabricating new seat brackets for my 2-man plastic boat, ready to get it on the water. Yeah, man, I bet you are. It's time, right? It's time. Yeah. I didn't really like nature's so stinking cool to me. I don't know. I think that it's one of the places I can go that I always stay, like I'm always in a state of awe, and I'm always like I'm present. It forces me to be present, and it's so peaceful. Do I have a storm shelter? No, I not at my house. I do not. VJTK, I heard it was 3. But either way, like that's too many. Just too many. It was terrible. Yes, it did empty Homestead. It did. They were just bouncing, dude. It was I mean, I was watching it. So I was going to take my kids to church, and I could see the storm coming, and I knew there was a major hail core on it, and I was like, I don't think I can beat the storm. I don't think I need to take them to church. Like there's a wall cloud. It could drop a tornado, and we don't need to be there. And so then I was like, all right, let's go back inside. And I finished watching David Payne, and with the hailstorm, like the hail came through, like I decided to come back. We left the car. I decided to come back inside. And then as soon as we got back inside, it started hailing like crazy. And that's the video I took on my phone. Hey, that's awesome, Danimals. That's awesome. So then we waited for the hailstorm to pass, and it came through in like 8 minutes, literally. Like just 8 minutes flat. The storm was gone, and it was not raining, no hailing. It was just gone. And I was like, okay, nothing's on the radar. So I'll take the kids to church now. And by that time, they were just like 3 minutes late to church, right? So they go to church. I decide to sit in the church parking lot because the weather is so crazy. I didn't feel good about leaving them there. And I watched that storm that you're talking about, empty Homestead, that hit the north side of the city. And yeah, Danimals and Choctaw, it got pretty close to you. It was right there at Tinker Air Force Base. I mean, cut right through the middle of the city. It's just, you know, I'm just curious. So Karen, good question. She said, I'm just curious. She asked me if I had a storm shelter. So I don't have a storm shelter, but my mom does. And my mom is a mile away from me. So I will typically make the call on what I'm going to do when I know storms are around, and just go post up at my mom's if it's that bad. Um, Little Ridge Farm, you too. Hey, I get it. I get it. Have a great evening. All right. And I will catch you next time. So, yeah, I have a safe place to go. My house is, I'm down in somewhat of a valley, but I would still rather go to my mom's. She's literally a mile and a half away, though. So we at least have that, which is good. That's a good thing. David Payne loves tornadoes and scaring the. Yeah. Uh-oh. There goes. My chat went away. Have a good night to you, Little Ridge Farm. I appreciate you for coming in here. So, yeah, Lori, that's exactly right. Norman was in a very precarious situation last night. It was very scary. I've got people down there I care very much about, and also in Moore, and then in Midwest City, and then here, just like everywhere. And also, as soon as I picked up the kids, it was like an hour later. So they got out of church and it had just started raining. A new storm formed in the amount of time while they were just sitting in church. That's how crazy the environment was. There was nothing on radar and it just went bloop, new storm. And I got them in the car and it started hailing on us. And so I started going north to try to beat the storm because I didn't want to try to have the kids and myself get out of the car and walk to the house or run into the house in golf ball size hail. And so I definitely picked up my pacing and got home pretty quick. And we beat the hail just barely. And it started coming down like crazy. Stay in the closet or hallway or innermost part of the house away from the windows. Exactly, Melinda Dobson. And after May 3rd, like for me, one of the big things I learned is that when the weatherman says get out of the way or go underground, you get out of the way or you go underground. Like you either have to make the decision ahead of time to leave or go underground. Like when there's an F5 tornado coming your way, you have to either get out of the way or go underground. It's just unbelievable. Yeah, Charles, and my kids were watching it with me last night. It was massive, massive. The animals, it seemed like sirens just stayed going off, That is awesome, Empty Homestead. I'm glad you guys have that for sure. I mean, the thing is like a lot of people have storm shelters, but we don't have basements. And I always wondered that, like, how come all my family in Illinois has basements and they don't have any kind of weather like we do, and we don't have basements? But it's our water tables are too high, and people deal with mold and flooding and all that junk. So we all kind of have different setups. But there's a lot of people have above ground storm shelters, and those are good. I mean, anything that's a concrete, box, thick concrete box is good. PSV Odyssey, I don't know. I'd have to check. I watch that stuff whenever like I watch other storm chasers whenever the weather's not local, but when it's local, I always watch David Payne because, well, I've watched David Payne my whole life, I guess. I've learned he's kind of been my weather teacher, I guess. I used to watch him when he was a storm chaser on News Channel 4. And I remember when he made the switch over there, but I've always loved David Payne. So, but Reed Timmer is total adrenaline junkie and just drives straight into those storms and gets some of the most amazing footage. And he does help save lives. He used to be, I don't know which, maybe it was News 9, News 4. He was on one of them, but he used to chase storms down here too. Yeah. Big. But he used to work for the, he used to be associated with one of the channels. I don't remember which one it was. And then it seemed like he went more independently. Oh man, let's trade paint. I cannot imagine. Tornadoes do some crazy stuff. And, yeah, the May 3rd one was a very like formative one. And there's been a couple of them that I just, will never forget. I think we all have that. my kids and I went and cleaned up the tornado that hit Seminole last spring. And it's crazy. It's totally crazy to see what is things that are completely okay and then things that are just completely demolished. Gary England was OG. Yeah, he's in the movie Twister, isn't he? Isn't Gary England in the movie Twister? I think he is. I don't remember. I lost my trailer house to a tornado in 1982. I lost everything. Oh, I'm sorry. Charles, I am sorry. That's one of the worst feelings, I'm sure. That's how I feel about. I know MT Homestead. It's wild to me how these things like more Shawnee, like certain towns I know exist because they've been hit so many times. You know what I mean? I only know that. And I mean, it's kind of like, a fire or something like that. It's just unexpected. There's very little you can do to prepare for something like that. What do you do when the sky literally falls? Like, it's hard. And, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It is scary. It is scary. Lived in Ada, Oklahoma at the time. Man. Yeah, Oklahoma doesn't play around with our storms, do we? Crazy. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, I wanted to be in people's live chats last night, but I couldn't because we had all these storms popping down, and I felt like I had to stay on top because depending at any time, I might have to load everybody up and get going. Good evening, Oak. I'm headed to bed, but seeing you is on. Want to stop in and say hi. Hey, Chris Tackett, and good night. I understand it is an hour later some of y'all's time, so this is your good night show. Yeah, Gary England is in the Twister movie. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that. I thought I remembered that. Hola, what up, Byron? Sup, dude? How are you? Yeah, Chris, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Jake Busey? Is he related to Gary Busey? Good night, Roadhog. Good night. I'm going to stay on here for about 7 more minutes exactly, actually. My timer thingy just went to that. But yeah. Just get a 6-pack and a lawn chair. Right? Let's trade paint. I mean, in some cases, you're better off in a ditch. Like, literally. I've heard of people surviving tornadoes and drain storms. Like, I'm not telling anybody to do this, but it happens. Good night, Chris. Everybody say good night, Chris. Right, Charles, that is right. It's pretty fascinating to me, like all of I feel like there's an animal. I saw a shadow and then I heard something. And I do have animals that stroll through my yard from time to time. Hey, Justin, Backroad Freedom, what's up? What's up? It's raining there. Well, it's clear skies here. You can see the stars and planets and satellites. I don't know what is what, but I can see it. Yes, Gary Busey's son. Huh, I didn't know that. The more you know. I had no idea. I didn't know that at all. That was a Bigfoot, probably. Probably. The best place for Bigfoot to hide would be in plain sight. So, like, I bet Bigfoot is not at all in the woods. I bet Bigfoot's in the city. I bet Bigfoot's been living it up in the city for, like, a cool minute. And everybody just thinks that there are these people who have that, situation where they grow a lot of body hair. I bet that's it. Yes, he did, PSV Odyssey. Yes, he did. Yeah. I mean, with all the waxing and stuff, these days, Bigfoot is just like amongst us, They live amongst us. He lived with Buck. That's right. He live with a buck. They are amongst us. That must start that. That's going to be a new conspiracy theory. Bigfoot is just a well-shaven, large man, and they're hiding. See, PSV, those are the Bigfoots I'm talking about. They just shave, okay? Like they just make you think they have normal body hair situation, and they don't. Good night, John Wiggs. Thank you. I hope you do too. Woo, Oklahoma County. Just alone. That's just Oklahoma County. 127 tornadoes since 1950. That's a lot. And I have been here, I don't know how long ago, 1973. So I've been here almost half that time alive in Oklahoma County, kicking it. So I've been here for half that. Ooh, that makes total sense. Yes. I still think I know you from somewhere. Maybe like another channel, maybe? I think it's like, yeah, but those are those big feet. We need to start this. It's a new conspiracy theory. I was born in 74. I was born later than that. I can't tell y'all when I was born because, I'm in my 30s though. I graduated in 71. Nice. You in 68. Y'all were in like the movie Dazed and Confused. That was y'all's era. Like the whole movie. Matthew McConaughey's all right. That was you are so young, girl. Thanks, Karen. I will remember that. And tell my gray hair that. I will remember that. My dad graduated. I think they graduated in 72. I was born in 71. Nice. 86. Backward Freedom, you graduated in 86 or you were born in 86? I am thinking you were born in 92. Nope, I'm older than that, but close. I was here in 92. I was definitely walking. I was riding a bicycle and skinning my knees. I live in Tornado Alley, Lori. Yes, she does. We're all kind of in this Tornado Alley. I live in Northwest Oklahoma. We used to be Lori. That's true. That is true. Tornado Alley has seemed to for sure expand. Like I've noticed that Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, like all of those states seem to be getting way more tornadoes than they ever did before. Got all y'all beat. Born in 62, Melinda. My son was born in 92. Happy Hunter said born in 85. It shifted east. Yeah, it has. But it's still here. I just think it's expanding. Does that make sense? Nah, Beth. Age is just a number. Yeah, I'm about the same. I'm close to Justin's age. We'll say that. Oh, empty homestead. That's all right. I've always liked hanging out with the older people, so I might be the youngest one in here, and that's okay. Because y'all are cool. You know things and like have good stories and stuff. More experience with everything. My mom was born in 60. My mom was born 55, I think. You don't look that old, Mr. Mike at MTN said. They don't look old. None of them. Y'all don't look old at all. I don't even think 60 looks old these days. Like, my idea of old has changed. But I do think high schoolers look very young. And I remember when I was young and I thought high schoolers and college students looked old. And these days, no. They look like small children. Off the Hook Outdoors, what up? How are you? Holy cow. I just will talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. Keep talking overtime. I went past the time, guys. I went past the time. I didn't care. I was having fun. Hey, Tish. How are ya? How are ya? Neil was born 57 this year. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. I'll be 30-something this year. Right before the meetup. My birthday is right before the meetup. So that's my birthday weekend. So it's kind of like y'all are going to all be there celebrating my birthday with me if you're coming to the meetup. I'm just using that as an excuse. It'll be the biggest birthday party I ever had, man. Oh, so is mine, Carrie. Awesome. Charles, awesome. Yeah. We're going to have to bring some cake. Let's trade paint. Mine is the 17th. Heck yeah. The Monday before the meetup. Boom. We have to bring cake because there's going to be lots of people. Dang, Beth. See, more cake. We got to bring cake. There's got to be cake there. Nope, Koi Lake, I haven't. I've been saving it. I haven't. And it's in both. I got it in 2 freezers now. I've been cooking chicken so I can make more room for the fish. Chicken is cheaper than the fish. Maybe. Might be. Yeah, it's probably a lot easier to get cupcakes. At least you don't have to be responsible for cutting anything or, injuries or have insurance policies for, everybody eating cake. Maybe. But I think that is going to do me for the night. I think Grandma said she was bringing, Melinda. Grammy Sandra Madrano. So grateful for her. See, this is why it's good to have people. It's good. I'm going to call this my night, and I appreciate you guys all hanging out with me. And while I'm chilling in the hot tub, and I don't know what else, but I appreciate y'all. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, beginning of your week, next week. If there's weather coming towards your way, stay safe. All y'all are on my mind. You all, yep, that's right. Y'all all my peeps. So appreciate you. Love y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night. You know what it is. Toodles. Toodles, y'all.